So we like every single week, we like to give you some ideas for Christmas shopping to keep it local, keep it sustainable, and a unique idea.
I love this one.
Yes. So, Patty, you were looking up information on our next guest, and you saw that their product makes a full circle environmentally.
It's the coolest thing. They have this graphic on their website, which we have, I imagine, linked from eatdrinkexplore.com.
We do.
It's Back to the Roots. So if you want to go to Eat Drink Explore, you'll find it that way, or Back to the Roots will get you to their website. They have excuse me, this great graphic, and it shows that coffee beans are grown on certain continents, then they turn into coffee, which we enjoy, and then the grounds are recovered by Back to the Roots and put into their product to grow mushrooms, which are then enjoyed, and then the customer who has that mushroom kit returns that used earth back to the ground, so it is a complete full circle. It's so cool.
Isn't that fantastic?
Love it, love it, love it.
And you get these wonderful high-grade mushrooms, about 1.5 pounds, I believe.
And I am a mushroom lover.
Yeah, grow it. Let's go to the source. One of the co-founders of Back to the Roots. You may have even seen him on TED Talks, which are I love watching those.
I love those
TED Talks segments. We are joined by Nikhil Arora. He is co-founder of Back to the Roots. So welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you guys for having me on.
Oh, well, we're happy to have you here. We love your company. A good friend of mine, Christopher Douglas, he's a chef up in the Bay Area. He took a picture of your product and texted it to me this past week and said, you have to have these people on. I said, okay, well, let me put that together. And we did. So, Nikhil, how did you get the idea to do this?
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. It was about 2.5 years ago, and totally random. It was our last semester at UC Berkeley, and my friend Alex and I had no background in food or anything to do with, farming, let alone mushrooms. And we were in a business ethics class. We were both undergraduate business students up at UC Berkeley, and we were in a class, and our professor brought this random fact he had read somewhere. One sentence in a lecture about sustainability. He's like, I even read somewhere, mushrooms on coffee grounds. And Alex was going into investment banking. I had an offer to go into consulting. We kind of thought we knew we were doing the corporate world. And
right.
For some reason, that one fact inspired us both. We didn't even know each other. It was like a 150-person class. We both reached out separately to him and asked him for more information. He was like, honestly, I have no idea. This other kid asked me about it too. You guys should link up. And that's how we met and ended up starting an experiment in Alex's fraternity and went from there.
So what you do is you make these at-home mushroom kits, and you use coffee as one of the ingredients for the soil. It just so happens that there in the East Bay, you have a pretty large coffee supplier where you can get these grounds, right?
We do. So we partnered up with Pete's Coffee now, and we collect about 40,000 pounds a week now of coffee ground waste from Pete's, the stuff they used to be throwing away. Pick up every morning now, bring it back. We turned like an old warehouse in Oakland, like a 10,000 square foot warehouse, into our urban mushroom farm, and every morning collect the coffee grounds and use that as a soil for these mushroom kits.
Our radio studio
That's
just
great.
happens to be directly above a Pete's Coffee, and Pete's sponsored our broadcast of the San Luis Obispo Holiday Parade this past Friday night so that we could air it commercial free. It was pretty cool.
So along with those mushrooms, Nikhil, you're also doing something with Aquaponics?
That's right, yeah. Actually, so we had the mushroom kits for about 1.5 years now, and it's been it's a crazy roller coaster where them going from like one Whole Foods to we actually sell them in like Nordstrom's and Home Depot now, and we're like, I think we just fallen in love with this concept of like creating these experiences for people to grow their own food at home sustainably, and I think through this whole urban farming movement, we've just heard a lot about aquaponics, that idea where you can kind of bring the synergy between fish and plants, and fish can help plants grow. The fish waste is such a great fertilizer, and plants in turn kind of clean that water out for the fish. And we fall in love with this concept and thought, like, how can we kind of do what we did with the mushroom kits and shrink this really cool concept, but shrink it down and add design to it so we can make it accessible for like homes and classrooms, So we just launched actually on Kickstarter, like the crowdfunding platform, our second product,
Right.
which is the first ever home aquaponics kit.
So it's a Kickstarter program. We've featured different people on the show
Right.
before that had Kickstarter ideas. And so what's your goal? How much do you need to raise for this project?
So we are actually, we set out to raise $100,000 to pay for the molding and the tooling, and it was a 30-day campaign. We actually have 6 days left, And it's been incredible. It's been so cool seeing the response. We're at about $175,000 right now.
So you've passed, you've exceeded your goal.
We did. We hit the goal in almost 2 weeks, and it's been so cool seeing people's response to it. And
wow.
Right now, we have 6 days left to build awareness around aquaponics and trying to get a ton of classrooms involved in this too. And it's been super exciting.
So, Nikhil, just to let people know, because I'm looking at a picture of it, the aquaponics is basically a little fish tank. It's got a fish in it and plants growing on top.
Yep. So it's a small, and basically what happens is that water, which is all the fish waste in some senses, it has tons of nutrients in it. It's pumped up that water to that growing bed up top. And we have basil, you can grow, oregano, arugula, baby greens up top, whatever you want up top. And so that fish waste is fertilizing plants, and there's no soil. It's just all the nutrients coming from that water, and the plants are trying to cleaning out the water. So one of the biggest things with fish tanks, you got to clean out your water every week or so, because all those nutrients eventually become toxic for the fish as they build up in the water. So, but in this case, the fish feed the plants clean the water out continuously, so you never have to change your water in your fish tank either. It's a really cool kind of symbiotic relationship, and this little fun ecosystem right there in your kitchen counter or classroom,
So now you have 2 full circle operations.
And this is tied into education at schools too, which is really awesome.
Yeah, that's our big goal. We just think this is we can, in our minds, we pick this in every classroom, for kids can have it running the whole year long and see things grow and understand, how is stuff fertilized, what does nutrients actually mean, how do plants go. It's just, we just imagine it's literally in every single classroom, and that's why we want to do it. So.
Are these aquaponics systems already available for people if they wanted to purchase them or order them online for a Christmas gift?
So, unfortunately, we needed this Kickstarter campaign and get the funds to launch them. So, right now it's just available on Kickstarter as a pre-order. So we're going to be launching in late Feb when the product's all ready. So right now we have a little IOU kind of gift certificates if you want to give it to somebody for the holidays. This is on your way, but unfortunately the physical ones won't be ready till late February.
I like that. So
yeah, that's awesome.
So a fish in the home is no longer just eye candy. It's actually serving a purpose and helping you grow. I love the arugula idea, to grow fresh arugula at home. I could eat that daily.
And it's really great because it's got to get the kids interested, and what a great way to get them involved in growing food at home and having the fish on the countertop. I love it.
So you keep growing. Have you had to jump from warehouse to warehouse to expand your footprint?
We had the last we graduated in 2009. It's been 2.5 years now actually doing this. And we've gone from a 500 square foot spot to 1,000 to the warehouse right now is a 10,000 square foot little urban mushroom farm. So it's been fun, and we still bootstrap this whole operation. It's just been a ton of support from the community, and we just feel we just fall in love with this. Our whole vision is can we bring design and ease of use to growing your own food and connecting with it, and we think if we can reach so many more people, than, we started off selling our mushroom kits as these big, bulky, clear plastic bags of fungus that we could barely sell at a Berkeley farmer's market, and I think we realized that you design it, you make it easier to use, and all of a sudden we can sell it in, Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's just that, taught us such a valuable lesson, and now we think we can do that. We can get so many more people excited about growing their own food.
They're attractive. What are is there more than one type of mushroom you can grow, or do you stick to one specific kind?
Right now, it's actually just the oyster mushrooms. They go the best they go in 10 days on the coffee ground. So even something like shiitake take about 180 days to grow. So I also think about that experience, especially kids and families, people otherwise wouldn't want to grow their own food. They're all right, I can do 10 days.
The quick payoff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. I cannot wish you more success because it's operations like this that I think this is United States ingenuity at its best. The way where we have this entrepreneurial spirit that is clearly working.
Yes, amazing innovation, and what a great way. It just gets people involved in the whole system of food and doing it for yourself. And I mean, talk about local. It's growing on your kitchen counter.
Yeah, and you can get it just about everywhere. It sounds like
Whole Foods. I know,
Depot.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has one of those in their yard somewhere. I noticed that my if you're watching us online right now, my video stream froze, so I'm in just sort of a mid-sentence. But if you're listening on the radio, everything's just fine. All right. Nikil Arora, we really appreciate you joining us this morning here on Eat, Drink, Explore Radio, and you have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you guys so much for inviting me on. And by the way, to show your listeners, if you guys are ever around the Oakland area, we do a ton of tours of our mushroom farm, so you can just check out our website. And
that's good to know.
Show anyone around, so.
How cool. I'm going to tour it the next time I'm up there. Thank you, Nikil.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
All right, stick around, everyone. We are coming back for our final segment, speaking with a chef who will give you great tips on incorporating locally raised, would you say honey? Raised? Is that what you do? Do you raise honey?
Produced? I don't know.
Locally produced honey.
Sweet.
Back in a moment.